to date, and they're accelerating. Consumer staples was down 2.2. They're decelerating and are down 4.5 for the year. Utilities were up a little bit, half a point last week, and they're down 4.4 for the year. They're decelerating. REITs were down a little more than half a point, 0.6% last week, and they're down 10% for the week. They're decelerating. So, man, I mean, things are really changing. Friday, this last Friday, on the up move was on down volume. So at the top of the range, on low volume, what do? Take some profit. That's what I say. I always say this. If you're going to be in the market, you have to find a way to get out of it when it's high and get back into it when it's low, especially when the backdrop is accelerating growth. We won't always have a backdrop of accelerating growth. We are in an economic cycle that ebbs and flows. And when it starts to turn down, you're not going to want to buy the dips. But when it's going up for 15 months, you want to buy the dips. So that's what we've been doing for our clients. And that's what I've been telling people. That's what I've been telling them we've been doing because I can't tell them what to do. Anyway, but don't forget the dynamics of this volatility. This has been crazy. The VIX has moved from a 50.3, as I mentioned earlier, and it closed on 16.49 on Friday, and I believe it's even lower today. But it's been in a trading range, the VIX has, of 25 to 15 over the last 9 trading days. So what that means is that volatility has come way down. Things aren't as crazy. People shouldn't be panicking, but you know what? They are. So the VIX, closed down to 15.8 today. And so we've come back to a more normalized range. Remember I said last week that when volatility on the VIX is from 8 to 15, that's easy pickings. It's been that for 15 months, 404 days of less than 3% correction. That was a great time to be in the market. Fortunately, nobody was telling you that. And then when the volatility is from 15 to 25 to 28, that's a great spot for the pros. They love that because they can make sizable bets and, get some pretty good returns. But when volatility is at 30 to 50, you need to stay. It's unmanageable. I mean, that's, like I said before, that's like trying to build a house in a tsunami. It is not going to be good. And so last, there is good evidence, but not proof, that we are headed into an environment of higher interest rates and longer-term higher stock performance. I've been reading some very interesting analysis on this, and the long-term analysis shows that we've been in a sideways move from the peak of the S&P 500 in 2000 to the present. So we really haven't gone anywhere. We've just gone up and down for the last 18 years. And what does that suggest? That suggests that we are poised for a broader move forward. Now, that measures my analysis of the demographic backdrop, which suggests that the baby boomers are ready to take their rightful role as heirs of the economy because they've reached their peak earning and spending years. They reached it. In 6 months, the majority of them will have reached it. And that population is now bigger than the baby boom population. And it matters what they do. And what have they been doing? They've been getting married. They've been forming families. They've been starting to make more money, getting jobs, coming out of their mom and dad's basement, running entrepreneurial businesses. They're really starting to move in a direction that supports the broader economy. And I think it's going to be reflective of the economy for years to come. So this isn't the time to be sort of hiding and listening to Chicken Little and running away from volatility spikes, because you're going to get those. But the question is, what's the backdrop of the U.S. economy look like? It's not the same as it is in China and in Europe. Those places are slowing, especially Southern Europe and old China. But this is a really good time, looks to me, to be shaping up for the United States. We'll see. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. I got the last 15 months pretty good. We'll see if I get another 2 or 3 years. I think that's what I'm looking for. So what's happening coming up this week on the economic calendar? Today, let's see, tomorrow, Tuesday, durable goods, international trade goods, retail inventories, wholesale inventories, Redbook, CoreLogic home price index, FHA house price index, consumer confidence, Richmond Fed, Farm prices. Well, that's a big day for Tuesday. Wednesday, mortgage applications and GDP. That's going to be a big number. That's going to be an important number, I mean. Chicago PMI, pending home sales index, the EI petroleum index. Thursday, another big and important day. Motor vehicle sales, jobless claims is going to be big. Personal income and outlays, PMI manufacturing, Bloomberg consumer comfort index, ISM manufacturing, going to be a good number. Going to be an important number. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. They didn't give me that. My crystal ball didn't say. Construction spending and EIA gas report, Fed balance sheet, and the money supply. And then Friday is going to be consumer sentiment and the Baker Hughes rig count. Oh, I finally said that right. Usually I say some jumbled up stuff because I talk too fast. All right, so here's what you got to do. You got to be careful out there. You have to invest wisely. Put all your eggs in one basket. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Make sure that you get some really competent financial advice, a good advisor that can measure the economic backdrop and tell you where to most safely deploy your assets, how to protect them, how to protect your family. Okay? That's the most important thing on the Family Man's Faith and Finance show is protecting your family. That's why I wrote the book, The Family Man's Stock Market Volatility Survival Guide. You get that. You'll protect your family. You know, I always want to say that Jesus was born into a family, and it's no secret, and it's no accident. If being in a family was good enough for God of the universe, I dare say it's good enough for you. So man up, take some emotional volatility, and live a life of sacrifice. God has a plan for your life. Genesis 1:27 through 28. God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him, male and female. He created them. God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. Build a community. Live a family life. Live a life of sacrifice. Give me a call, 310-777-677. Get my book. God bless you. See you next week, 3 o'clock.